Let's queer up education. Palm Beach County to recognize LGBTQ+ Pride Month despite Don't Say Gay law. Teachers in Florida have legal restrictions to follow when it comes to certain topics due to the Parental Rights and Education law, known by critics as Don't Say Gay, which forbids instruction about sexual orientation and gender identity all the way up to high school seniors. Despite strict boundaries on both students and faculty, teachers in Palm Beach County called on board members to help LGBTQ+ students and faculty feel included and comfortable in schools. One way the board is doing that is by highlighting October as LGBTQ+ History Month. The board has done so for several years. According to the Library of Congress, October has held this designation for nearly 30 years, since 1994. The month-long event observes lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer history, the history of gay rights and civil rights movements. Tom Lander, chairman of the LGBTQ+ advocacy group Safe Schools, said, quote, "That's why I compliment the Palm Beach County School Board that every year you have endorsed LGBTIQ+ history. Because if you don't, you erase some of our children's existence and their reality." End quote. Oh, Palm Beach County, who would have thought? They are raising the bar for the rest of South Florida. Lake Worth Beach in Palm Beach County is now a sanctuary city for LGBTQ+ people, and the Palm Beach County School Board is continuing to highlight October as LGBTQ+ History Month. Palm Beach County, it's not Broward County, it's not...
Well, Miami-Dade already said no. Right. 2 years in a row.
Right, right.
It's very funny. I really wonder what people think about when they think of LGBTQ+ History Month. And what shows is that people have no real grounding or footing with what LGBTQ+ persons in America have contributed not only to the civil rights movement. If we want to really go there, we were the generators, the backbone, and the blueprint makers for most of your rights, especially Black queer people. But I think when people hear LGBTQ+ history, they believe we're talking about something sexual. We're sexualizing our children, but heterosexuals do that at an amazing pace. We don't have to do that for you guys.
There's so much in there. There's just so much in there, and what you've just said opens the door to a wide range of possibilities. I mean, even in Broward, to take the psychology AP course, parents have to approve. That's not true in Palm Beach County. That's not even true in Miami-Dade County. And why? Because our schools in Broward are more frightened of what could come from the state. Miami-Dade's county legislatures have approved LGBTQ History Month. And in fact, we have an exhibit that will be opening there, I believe next week or the week after, that will be open for at least a month in a public space. So the county says that it exists, but the school board does not. These kinds of dilemmas, this kind of psychosis that exists in government is not good for citizens, and it's certainly not good for children.
Yeah. And you know, one last thought to Palm Beach. The actual tangible consequence of Palm Beach County passing this is really nothing but a recommendation that representation of a community matters. And LGBT History Month has nothing to do with sexual education, with teaching anything about anything that has to do with sex. This was debated clearly in Miami-Dade County. We did a 2-hour special with Safe Schools, and we voice up to try to support the student mission that we have of voicing for LGBT students. In Miami-Dade County, the vote that has swung in the last 3 years from 9-1 in favor of an LGBT History Month recognition to a 5-3 failure this year. That is a very significant swing. And the reason largely the majority of those that vote no have the impression that we're going to teach their children about something to do with sexuality, and it isn't. It's about the history of the movement.
I would beg to differ.
Okay.
I don't think that they believe that. I think that they're
that's
playing.
their argument.
That's their argument. They're playing politics, and they're playing politics with people's lives, and that is not acceptable, especially when you're dealing with young people and families and your staff.
Yeah.
That is just unconscionable.
I think you used the perfect word when you said psychosis.
Psychosis. We're walking through it.